Let's turn it over to Mike Davis, Article 3 founder and president. So you just heard the DeSantis statement. You heard the Donald Trump statement. We still have not heard from Alvin Bragg. We have cameras outside the Manhattan District Attorney's office. Don't you think he should show his face after handing down an indictment to a former president over a BS charge like this?
Well, he's clearly a political coward. He's a George Soros-funded puppet prosecutor. And the Democrats have really crossed the Rubicon here. I don't know how you come back from this as a country when you are coming up with these bogus, trumped-up charges to go after your political enemies. This is part of a pattern by the Democrats going back 5 years, 6 years, since even before Trump was the president. They've gone after him constantly. They know these charges are bogus. That's why Alvin Bragg pushed the prior DA to decline these charges. The Manhattan U.S. Attorney declined these charges. The Federal Election Commission declined these charges. Now that Alvin Bragg got $1 million from George Soros and became his political puppet, now they want to bring these charges. This is going to make the limousine liberals in Manhattan very, very happy, but it's very, very bad for our country.
In terms of Republican response, you're hearing from House Republicans they're going to bring Bragg out to the Capitol and they got subpoenas flying. Okay, fine. But what happens the next time a Republican gets in the White House? Are we gonna start prosecuting Democrats the way they prosecute Republicans? Because you hear a lot of so-called classy Republicans say, "Oh, we can't do this, we can't do that, we're better than that." Well, are we? Where do we go from here?
I mean, that's the problem. We're crossing the Rubicon here. We have a president of the United States, Joe Biden, who is clearly compromised. He is compromised. We have the bank records, subpoenaed bank records, where Joe Biden, his family has taken $1 million from the CCP, and they're not going to do anything about this. A president who's compromised by China and Ukraine, but they're going to go after a former president and potentially a future president because he settled a nuisance claim with Stormy Daniels back in 2016. Somehow this is a federal felony under our campaign finance laws. This is who's Alvin Bragg going to bring into this trial? They're going to bring in a disbarred felon of an attorney and a former stripper as their star witnesses here. This is banana republic level stuff. And maybe that's what today's Democrats want, these leftists want. They're trying to destroy our country, and they are well on their way.
So it's not going to stick in Manhattan. I don't think it's sticking. And let's say it sticks and they appeal and it's thrown out on appeal. I think actually we see Bragg. He's the big one. Just got into the SUV there. No statement, nothing. He'll probably go home and eat. So this is not ever going to stick. The president's not going to go to prison for this. Everybody knows that. So what's the point?
This is Trump derangement in the extreme. This is probably good for Alvin Bragg in Manhattan with his crazy leftist in Manhattan. These limousine liberals will be very happy until they get, when they're diverting the Manhattan DA's office to go after Trump on these bogus charges and they're not prosecuting people who are raping and murdering and carjacking. Maybe these limousine liberals will get mugged by reality.
So you're basically telling everybody you can't live in Democrat-run cities anymore because if you're political, they'll bring false charges against you. Is that what it is? I mean, you can't trust Democrat prosecutors anymore if you're a fair citizen of the United States of this country.
Well, you certainly can't trust these George Soros-funded prosecutors. Look at what they're doing. We have a Garland-appointed special counsel, Jack Smith, going after President Trump for the non-crime of having his presidential records in the office of former president in Mar-a-Lago, which is allowed by the Presidential Records Act. You have that Fulton County DA, Fannie Willis, going after Trump for objecting to a presidential election, which you're allowed to do under the Electoral Count Act of 1887. Democrats did it in 1969, 2001, 2005, 2017, but now they're going to get Trump about this, and now they're going after him for settling a nuisance claim from 2016. This is part of a pattern by the Democrats. They are afraid they can't beat him in the polls, so they're going to indict him.
All right, Mike, thank you very much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.